Picture a sparkling blue sea kissed by the warm rays of the sun. A crescent-shaped island emerges from this expanse, dotted with olive groves and ringed by sandy beaches. This is Crete, an island destined to give rise to one of the most enigmatic civilizations of the ancient world, the Minoans. Crete's strategic location at the crossroads of three continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, meant it was both influenced by and an influencer of ancient cultures. Before we understand the grandeur of Minoan palaces and the mystique surrounding their legends, it's essential to grasp the island's geographical significance. Crete is surrounded by a vast sea, which not only provided a natural barrier against invaders, but also opened up avenues for trade and cultural exchange. With their adept skills in seafaring and shipbuilding, the Minoans emerged as one of the premier maritime powers of their time. But who were the Minoans before they built their massive palaces and sprawling cities? Evidence suggests they settled in Crete around 3000 BCE. These early settlers lived in simple dwellings, practiced agriculture, and worshipped nature deities. However, as time progressed, they began to harness the island's resources, from its fertile soil to its abundant minerals, sparking an era of growth and prosperity. While the exact origins of the Minoans remain a topic of debate among historians, there's no denying the unique blend of cultures they showcased. Their art, which will be discussed in detail later, beautifully captures this fusion of influences, telling us stories of their beliefs, daily lives, and more. In this episode, we've set the stage, providing a glimpse into the backdrop against which the Minoan civilization flourished. As we journey forward, we'll uncover their architectural marvels, trade networks, and the secrets hidden within their art and writings. As we journey further into the heart of Minoan civilization, one name stands out in architectural splendor: Knossos. While many palaces dotted the Cretan landscape, Knossos remains the epitome of Minoan grandeur and ingenuity. Imagine wandering through vast courtyards, strolling down grand corridors, and marveling at intricately decorated chambers. Knossos, believed to have been both a royal residence and a ceremonial center, spanned an impressive area, reflecting the zenith of Minoan architectural achievement. One of the most striking features of Knossos and other Minoan palaces was their complex design, often described as labyrinthine. This complexity wasn't just a display of architectural prowess, but possibly had symbolic or functional significance. Some suggest it was designed to represent the maze associated with the Minotaur legend, while others argue it was a practical approach to maximize airflow in the Cretan heat. But what truly set Minoan palaces apart were the technological advancements embedded within their walls. Knossos boasted an early form of plumbing, with terracotta pipes directing fresh water to the palace and taking waste away. The Minoans also ingeniously developed light wells, vertical openings that channeled daylight into deeper parts of the building, ensuring that even inner rooms were bathed in sunlight. As you wander through the palace, you would be struck by the vibrancy of the frescoes. Brightly colored paintings adorned the walls, depicting scenes from daily life, nature, and ceremonies. One particularly famous fresco showcases young men and women performing what appears to be a dangerous acrobatic feat over a bull, an activity that has both puzzled and fascinated historians. Yet, for all its brilliance, Knossos also holds within its stones tales of destruction and rebirth. The palace faced several catastrophes, likely including earthquakes and fires. However, each time it was rebuilt, often grander than before, showcasing the resilience and adaptability of the Minoan people. The Minoans, while recognized for their architectural feats, were also masterful artisans, weaving tales and beliefs into their creations. As we journey deeper into Minoan culture, their art offers a window into their souls, illustrating their worldview and showcasing their daily existence. Pottery was one of the primary artistic mediums of the Minoans. Ceramics from Crete are distinguished by their elegance and finesse. From simple domestic vessels to ornate ceremonial urns, Minoan pottery was both functional and aesthetically pleasing. Early designs, known as Kamaras ware, are distinguished by their white, red, and blue motifs on black backgrounds, often depicting marine life or floral patterns. But as time progressed, the designs evolved, mirroring the changing dynamics of Minoan society. One cannot discuss Minoan art without paying homage to their frescoes. Frescoes are paintings created on wet plaster, requiring quick and precise strokes. This art form offers vibrant glimpses into Minoan life, rituals, and even fashion. One iconic fresco, the Prince of Lilies, showcases a figure adorned in a lavish headdress, emphasizing the importance of ceremonial attire in Minoan society. Nature played a pivotal role in Minoan art. Birds, dolphins, and the sacred bull frequently grace their frescoes and pottery, reflecting the society's deep connection to the natural world. This reverence for nature wasn't just aesthetic, it was deeply spiritual. Many artworks allude to religious practices, hinting at ceremonies, sacrifices, and divine figures. The snake goddess is one such intriguing artifact. Often found as small faience figurines, these depict women with exposed chests, holding serpents in their hands, and wearing a headdress with a distinct shape. Their exact role or representation remains a topic of debate, but underscores the probable significance of female deities in Minoan religion. Minoan art was not static. It evolved with the ebbs and flows of their civilization. Over time, as contact with other cultures increased, external influences began to meld with traditional Minoan styles, producing a synthesis of aesthetics. The Minoans weren't just introspective. Their eyes looked beyond their island, venturing into the vast seas, establishing networks of trade and influencing distant shores. Mythology, with its rich tapestry of heroes, monsters, and divine interventions, often holds a mirror to historical realities, distilling cultural memories into tales of wonder. Among the pantheon of Greek myths, the legend of the Minotaur stands out, not only for its captivating narrative, but also for its potential roots in the history of Minoan Crete. The tale unfolds in the city of Knossos, where King Minos ruled. According to legend, Poseidon, the god of the sea, gifted Minos a magnificent white bull with the expectation that the creature would be sacrificed in his honor. However, mesmerized by its beauty, Minos chose to keep the bull and sacrifice another in its place. Angered by this defiance, Poseidon cursed Minos by making his wife, Queen Pasiphae, fall deeply in love with the bull. From this unnatural union was born the Minotaur, a monstrous creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull. To contain this beast, Minos commissioned the famous craftsman Daedalus to construct a labyrinthine structure so complex that no one who entered could ever find their way out. Within this maze, the Minotaur was confined, its hunger satiated by a grim tribute. Every 9 years, 7 Athenian boys and 7 Athenian girls were sent into the labyrinth as a sacrifice to the beast. This continued until the arrival of Theseus, the Athenian prince, who volunteered to be part of the tribute with a determined vow to slay the Minotaur. With the aid of Minos' daughter, Ariadne, who provided him with a thread to trace his path back, Theseus ventured into the depths of the labyrinth, confronted the beast, and emerged victorious. Now, how does this mythical tale intertwine with Minoan history? Several elements suggest a connection. Firstly, the very setting of the tale, Knossos, was a real and significant Minoan palace. The sprawling design of Knossos, with its myriad corridors, chambers, and levels, could have inspired tales of a complex, inescapable structure, the legendary labyrinth. Furthermore, the prominence of bulls in Minoan culture is undeniable. From frescoes depicting bull-leaping rituals to ornate rhytons shaped as bulls' heads, the creature held symbolic significance. Could the Minotaur, a half-man, half-bull entity, be a mythical representation of Minoan religious practices or royal ceremonies? Moreover, the tale might hint at political realities. The tribute of Athenian youths could symbolize Minoan dominance over other Aegean islands, reflecting a period when Minoan maritime power was at its zenith. While it's tempting to draw direct parallels, myths often blend fact with fiction, memory with imagination. The legend of the Minotaur might be an amalgamation of Minoan cultural memories, interwoven with Greek storytelling traditions, serving both as entertainment and a reflection on the complexities of human nature, power, and sacrifice. In the end, while the Minotaur's roar might be a fictional echo from a mythical past, it resounds with undertones of Minoan grandeur, intrigue, and a civilization's lasting impact on the collective psyche of generations that followed. If you're enjoying our content, please consider subscribing. It's free, keeps you updated on our latest videos, and supports our channel immensely. Thanks to all our subscribers for your continued support. Gazing at the calm embrace of the Mediterranean, one can easily fathom the allure that led the Minoans to become masters of the sea. Their island home, Crete, was a beacon in the midst of azure waters, and the Minoans were determined to chart the waves, connect with distant lands, and weave a network of trade that would echo through the annals of history. Minoan ships, sleek and sturdy, were marvels of ancient naval architecture. Their design allowed for both cargo storage and speed, ensuring that they could facilitate trade and navigate the sometimes treacherous waters of the Mediterranean and Aegean seas. The vast expanse of the sea wasn't a barrier for the Minoans, it was a pathway. They established trade connections with various regions like Egypt, the Cyclades, mainland Greece, Anatolia, and even as far as the Levant. Their ships transported Cretan goods, including pottery, textiles, and olive oil, and in return they imported precious commodities like copper, ivory, and spices. Yet trade wasn't solely about the exchange of goods. With every voyage, the Minoans also exchanged ideas, technologies, and artistic styles. Their influence is evident in archaeological sites across the Mediterranean, where Minoan-style pottery, art, and even architectural elements have been unearthed. However, it wasn't a one-way influence. As the Minoans interacted with different cultures, they too absorbed and integrated foreign ideas into their own society. This exchange led to a unique cultural blend, where local Minoan traditions melded with external inspirations. Key trading hubs like Akrotiri on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, bore significant Minoan influence. The eruption of the Thera volcano and the subsequent tsunami is believed to have had profound implications for the Minoan civilization, a topic we shall touch upon in later segments. The legacy of the Minoan seafarers is profound. They not only showcase the prowess of ancient maritime trade, but also laid the foundation for the interconnected Mediterranean world, where cultures converged, coalesced, and often flourished together. Beyond the palaces, beyond the sprawling marketplaces and bustling ports, lay the spiritual heartbeat of Minoan society. Their religious practices, steeped in nature and reverence for the divine feminine, offer profound insights into their worldview and values. Central to Minoan religious life were their sanctuaries. Unlike the grand temples of later civilizations, Minoan sacred sites often blended seamlessly with nature. These were often situated atop mountains, inside caves, or amidst dense groves. These locations weren't chosen merely for their seclusion, but for their connection to the divine. Within these sacred spaces, ceremonies, rituals, and offerings would be conducted, drawing the community together in shared devotion. A distinct feature of Minoan religion was the prominence of female deities. The mistress of animals, often depicted holding wild creatures or flanked by them, exemplifies the Minoans' reverence for the natural world and the divine feminine's dominion over it. Similarly, the aforementioned snake goddess figurines hint at a priestess or a deity associated with serpents, often symbols of regeneration and the earth. Bulls held particular significance in Minoan worship. Frescoes, pottery, and even architectural designs feature the bull prominently. The dangerous sport of bull leaping, as depicted in various artworks, might have had religious connotations, perhaps a ritualistic dance or a rite of passage. While the exact nuances of many Minoan ceremonies remain shrouded in mystery, evidence suggests a rich tapestry of rites. From processions and dances to sacrifices and libations, these rituals forged communal bonds and connected the Minoans to their gods. Another fascinating aspect of Minoan religious practice was their use of peak sanctuaries. Situated atop mountains, these sites contained a multitude of clay figurines, possibly offerings from devotees. The elevated location of such sanctuaries might have symbolized closeness to the heavens or a place where the mortal realm met the divine. Yet, amidst this reverence and piety, shadows were cast by nature's wrath and societal upheavals. As we've seen, external events like the eruption at Thera could have had religious implications, perhaps challenging the Minoans' faith or reshaping their beliefs. The Minoans, while leaving behind an array of splendid artifacts and architectural wonders, also bestowed upon us an enduring enigma: their script. Two distinct writing systems emerged from ancient Crete: Linear A and Linear B. While Linear B was eventually deciphered and found to be an early form of Greek, Linear A, the older and arguably more authentic Minoan script, remains a tantalizing puzzle for scholars. Linear A, named for its linear, simplistic characters, appears predominantly on clay tablets, seals, and even some precious objects. The script was employed for various administrative and religious purposes, suggesting a sophisticated bureaucracy and ritualistic practices. One may wonder, with such advancements in technology and historical analysis, why does Linear A remain undeciphered? The challenge lies in the lack of bilingual texts. The famous Rosetta Stone, which facilitated the decipherment of Egyptian hieroglyphs, provided a translation key, offering the same text in multiple languages. Unfortunately, no such aid exists for Linear A. Yet, several clues offer tantalizing hints. The symbols, while unique, share some similarities with other scripts from the region. This has led some scholars to investigate possible connections with Anatolian or Semitic languages. However, without a substantial bilingual corpus, these remain speculative endeavors. The content of the tablets, discernible through repeated symbols and patterns, suggests that they often list commodities, hinting at their use in administrative contexts. Certain symbols recur on religious artifacts, possibly representing deities or rituals. The undeciphered nature of Linear A is not merely a linguistic challenge. It's a gateway to understanding the Minoan mindset, their worldview, their stories, and their perceptions of the cosmos. Each symbol, each word holds a piece of the Minoan soul, waiting to be unveiled. While we might feel the weight of this unsolved mystery, it's essential to remember that the Minoan civilization, like all great societies, faced challenges and adversities. The very script that eludes understanding today might have been one of many factors, alongside natural disasters and external pressures, which contributed to their decline. Every civilization, regardless of its grandeur and influence, inevitably faces challenges that test its resilience. The Minoans, for all their maritime mastery, artistic flair, and architectural innovation, were no exception. The factors contributing to their decline are multifaceted, interwoven in a complex narrative of nature's fury, external pressures, and internal dynamics. One of the most catastrophic events believed to have impacted the Minoans was the eruption of the Thera volcano, situated on what is now known as the island of Santorini. This eruption, one of the most powerful in human history, would have sent tsunamis crashing onto Crete's shores, devastated marine life, and blanketed the region in ash. The direct damage, combined with the subsequent climatic changes, would have strained the Minoans' agricultural resources and disrupted their maritime activities. However, natural disasters were just one piece of the puzzle. By the late Bronze Age, the geopolitical landscape of the Mediterranean was shifting. The rise of the Mycenaeans on mainland Greece posed a new challenge. These mainlanders, influenced by the Minoans yet distinctly different, began to exert their dominance. There is evidence of Mycenaean influence in Crete, suggesting either peaceful integration or more aggressive takeovers in certain areas. Internal factors, too, played a role. The palatial centers like Knossos, Vaistos, and Malea, while epitomizing Minoan power, may have also been hubs of political tensions. As resources became strained, competition between these centers might have intensified, leading to internal strife and weakening the unity of the island. The deciphered Linear B tablets from Crete predominantly Mycenaean in context, hint at administrative changes, possible economic difficulties, and shifts in religious practices. These changes underscore the transition of power and the gradual assimilation of Minoan culture into the Mycenaean fold. Yet, in the realm of history, endings are rarely absolute. The decline of the Minoans did not result in the erasure of their legacy. Instead, it blended, evolved, and transformed, leaving an indelible mark on subsequent cultures. The Minoan spirit, with its reverence for nature, its artistic innovation, and its maritime curiosity, lived on, echoing through the corridors of time. While the sun might have set on the Minoan civilization's golden age, its influence continued to shimmer on the horizon, illuminating cultures and societies that followed. The Minoans, though distinct in their identity, sowed seeds that would sprout in various forms across the tapestry of history. The immediate inheritors of Minoan legacy were the Mycenaeans of mainland Greece. From architecture to art, the imprint of Minoan culture is evident in Mycenaean sites. The palace complex of Pylos, for instance, while Mycenaean in origin, showcases elements reminiscent of Minoan architectural design. The Mycenaean frescoes, pottery, and even religious practices borrowed and adapted motifs from their Cretan counterparts. Beyond the Mycenaean realm, the ancient Greeks, especially during the classical period, were recipients of Minoan tales and legends. The labyrinthine tale of the Minotaur, King Minos, and the hero Theseus became integral to Greek mythology. These narratives, passed down through oral traditions and later penned by poets and historians, kept the memory of the Minoans alive. The Romans, known for their penchant to absorb and adapt from cultures they encountered, were no strangers to the Minoan allure. They were enamored by the legend of the Minotaur and the labyrinth, motifs that found their way into Roman mosaics, art, and literature. But it isn't just ancient civilizations that felt the Minoan touch. Modern archaeology, especially after the discoveries of Sir Arthur Evans, brought the Minoans back into the global consciousness. Today's Crete, a vibrant blend of history and modernity, celebrates its Minoan roots. From tourism to academic research, from art to literature, the Minoans continue to inspire. In the realm of art and media, the Minoan aesthetic, their myths, and their enigmatic script have ignited imaginations, leading to books, films, and artistic creations that explore and reimagine the Minoan world. As we wrap up our journey through the labyrinth of Minoan history, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of civilizations. Empires rise, societies evolve, challenges emerge, and eras end. Yet the essence of a culture, its core values and innovations, ripple through time, touching and shaping the future. The Minoans, with their vibrant frescoes, sprawling palaces, and maritime adventures, have left an indelible mark on the canvas of history. Their spirit, echoing through millennia, serves as a testament to humanity's shared heritage and the timeless nature of inspiration. Thank you for joining us on this expedition into the heart of the Minoan world. We'd love to hear from you too. Drop a comment below with topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Your suggestions are invaluable. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.